Hello.
Hello.
Oh no, we didn't move the camera.
Oh no, am I in the shot?
You're not entirely in the shot, no.
Oh no.
There you go. If you scooch over this way a little bit. Hi, everybody.
Yay, setting up, and we'll move the mic over. Hello.
Hi. This way we can actually hear. Oh no.
Oh no again. There's so many oh no's going on. It's almost like we haven't done a...
I had things muted though. I don't understand. The site was muted. Chrome gives you an option. Mute the site. All YouTube sites on your browser should be muted, but they weren't. Anyway, hi everybody. So we're back. SciFiChristina.
Hello.
Adam, Corporate Geek. Sorry, we're just throwing this together because last night the people that run Star Trek were really smart, and they dropped a bonus scene. Initially, when I'd seen it, it was listed as a deleted scene, and then I went and watched it. Oh, wait, before we go any further, if you haven't seen the scene yet, go down the description, click the link. We'll babble about non-important stuff for 3 minutes that it takes you to watch the scene, and then come back, because it's all going to get spoiled, and it's good stuff. If you're rewatching this, pause this.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
If they're watching the live stream,
they come back.
Live stream. It's the live stream. The live stream, they can pause us as well. Then they just won't be live.
And it won't, like, when they come back, they won't catch up and all that. Whatever. You'll figure it out. You're smart people.
You're watching the YouTubes.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have everything good. So,
I'm excited because I got a chance to pull the disco shirt out again.
Yeah.
I was like, we're doing disco!
All right, before we even get to... No, I can't even go into that part yet. I was going to babble about something, but then I realized that, no, that's kind of important. Let's all commiserate how we've been sad that there hasn't been any Discovery on, and that it's going to be a while.
It has been sad, and it is going to be a while. When is it?
I don't even know. That's why I was
That's
just about to say
how
that.
wild it is.
I've purposefully not gone in and investigated how long it's going to be, because it's no matter what number comes back, unless it's March 26th, it's going to be too far away. So,
yeah, it's like Game of Thrones.
Well, Game of Thrones is they're milking that bad boy for as much as they can.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that they're just producing some large, high-level quality episodes.
Are we talking Discovery or Game of Thrones now?
Game of Thrones. That's just because there was such a long lag between the last two seasons.
Well, I think that they need to take all this time to create all the fake blood that they're going to need for it.
Because everyone's going to die!
Yeah,
there's going to be one person left. It's going to be Lady Mormont.
Nice.
A 9-year-old standing around a pool of blood. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sweet Georgia Brown.
We diverted.
I have a joke, but we try and keep this show family friendly. Anyway, all right. So by now, people should have been able to come back. So,
30 seconds.
No, it's been more than that.
That's okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, the live feed itself has been going for 33 minutes.
Well, oh wow. Oh, because that's right. You had us out there.
Yeah, I started us up when I thought we were going to go live.
Sorry.
But it's all good. No. Yeah. So I want to sing the praises of the Braintrust at CBS, because at the end of last season, they already had a big reveal at the end when. Oh, hold on. Just in case, I'm throwing the spoiler alert warning up there on the screen now. At the end of last season, they had the big E reveal at the end show up, and so that was what
the big E.
Yeah, that was
1701.
And that was the thing that kept people talking, was the big reveal at the end, the big brain buster at the end. And they had this scene that they had already shot and all, and it in itself is a great big brain buster of a sequence. And they were like, we don't want to bother dishing out two big brain busters. What we'll do is we'll wait a few months after the show is done and interest in everything is waned, and then we'll drop this out there at a con, and then we'll get people talking about it again and hopefully see some buzz result.
Success.
Yeah, and not only that, you know what? Let's not just do that, but let's also team up with someone, I don't know who's doing it, and release some of these black badges on the same day.
Merch as well.
Yeah, they're no
yeah, no. It's almost like they have experience and they pay people to do this marketing thing.
Yeah. Jerks. Making us have to buy stuff. I already, even, like, they announced these black badges months ago. And
there was a pre-order, wasn't there?
There wasn't a pre-order. I'm pretty sure it was just that, hey, this day they're going to be available. Whatever. I saw them then, and the only thing I had known about them was the part where we saw it in the 3rd episode. And I was like, well, that's a really cool looking thing. And I usually don't buy little tchotchke stuff like that and all, but that one was really sweet looking. And it was like plain look, and it could skate by somewhere. So I was already thinking about getting that. And now that they're going to make it a big thing in season 2, I was like, ooh.
You're saying that it was subtle enough that you could wear it out and about and it not just be shouting like.
Thank you for that translation from Adam.
I was just saying, like, I'm gonna need to translate that because it did not come out all the way for the general audience.
I've had a little bit much coffee, so I'm sorry. My words be going fast.
Yeah, no, I think that they're pretty sharp looking, and I like that they just dropped. In the 3rd episode, it was like, boom, someone said, I've never seen those badges before, and that was it. No one mentioned it again.
Yeah,
the entirety of the season.
All of us idiots that go on Reddit and talk about theories and everything, we were talking about it. We were like, that's Section 31. We know that they are.
So now that Section 31 has played a large role in movies, and now it looks like in this show, I have to do a deep dive and really learn all I can learn.
Well, at the end of at part of this, I'm going to give everyone a little refresher, a little heads up as to what Section 31 is all about. But just to refresh everyone's memory, because like I said, not everyone's a lunatic for the show like we are and remember all the details and everything. So I already covered that in episode 3. We had seen those black badges before. That was at the end of the bonus scene. But also Michelle Yeoh, the main actress in that scene that you just saw,
former emperor of the Terran Empire.
Yes, she is playing a mirror universe version of Captain Georgiou, who was in the first 2 episodes of this season. And like Christina said, she was an emperor over there in the mirror universe, and Michael Burnham brought her back to this universe because she was definitely going to die if she stayed over there. And Michael Burnham felt a certain degree of responsibility for getting Captain Georgiou killed. So she said, hey, this will help balance out my karma a little bit.
I'll bring over a replacement.
Yeah. or at the very least, it was, I can't deal with letting another version of my mom, version 3, die. So. Yeah. So there's that. And through rigmarole that happened in the finale, the Emperor won her freedom from the Federation at the end of that episode, and she disappeared into the underbelly of Kronos.
Yeah, apparently she didn't go far. She went back to the cabaret that they had gone in before and just took over. I was like, she just went back and bought that place.
Yeah, but
she must have really liked the guys she had encountered before, or the guy and gal.
Or she was like, I know this place, so I'll just start there. I would like to know at what point that scene was done, because like you know, was
in the
that
timeline of the show?
Yeah. But is that like 3 days into the future? Is that 2 weeks in the future? Is that a month and a half into the future? Because see, to me, I would think that was like about 3 weeks into the future.
Enough time that more
coffee.
That's what he needs. Enough time that character names seem to, now that we're not talking about it every day.
Saru?
No.
Oh.
Mary Chieffo. Apparently
Tilly?
actor names
Tilly?
are... No, Mary Chieffo.
Oh, Laurel.
Laurel was able to go deliver her her ultimatum, get everyone behind her enough that she could diplomatically call a ceasefire with Starfleet, with the Federation.
Well, but all that had to happen fairly quickly because the Klingons were literally going at half impulse towards
getting control of everything probably happened pretty quickly, and then
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but real quick, if you wonder why I say half impulse, because I'm going to make a video pop up here on the replay that talks about how close the Klingons were to Earth. So go and watch that and get terrified out of your mind. All right, sorry,
They
didn't
were
mean to
close.
interrupt.
No, it's okay. So yeah, no, I think that 3 weeks sounds like a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Although, like, it could have been 3 days because I'm sure she would have been able to just
Yeah.
establish herself as, she would have walked in, been like, I'm buying this establishment or taking it, and now it's mine. Mine now.
Yeah, well, more than likely, I would think that she took at least a week to just be like, oh, what the hell is happening now?
What am I gonna do?
Like, I know that she's got her act together in general, but I mean, come on, being in a different universe, everyone's going to need a little bit of time to acclimate.
A little bit.
But that's just me.
A little bit.
All right, so that catches you up on all the background stuff that happened. Then we have that scene. And since you just watched it there, do you want to recap it for us real quick, just so?
Sure.
I
mean, it was not long. It was 2.5 minutes, and it was, we get a shot of the inside of the cabaret as they mention it later, which is basically just a bar and whorehouse. And we see in the background in the pan we see Ron Howard's brother. Why can't I remember names right now?
Clinton Howard.
Clint Howard. And, all of the other seedy underbelly. And then we see Michelle Yeoh all decked out in I'm running a whorehouse garb. And
did she really have that? Like her outfit was that risque? I didn't think so.
Well, no, but it was like
I
powerful
feel like
dominatrix. She had a ponytail. She had all black leather. I mean, that's pretty much.
I feel she was already dressed for Section 31.
Well, true.
All she needed was the badge.
True, and she's running an establishment. She looks put upon because she's trying to figure out what her next move is going to be, and that's the setting. And then this guy who appears to be a Trill, which is awesome. I love the establishment of. What are you doing?
I have this camera set up. Hi, when I want to make a very impactful point, I go to there.
Meet me at camera 2.
That's what I have it labeled at camera 3.
Oh, okay. So this guy shows up who appears to be a Trill, which was awesome that they pulled that race up in this time frame, because I really do I liked the storylines in Next Generation, and then of course the character of names today. Dax in Deep Space Nine, because she was my favorite.
You really are.
I really am, and she was my favorite character. I went through a period of time in my teens where I was like, I'm naming a child Jadzia. My mother was not pleased. But,
I like the name Esri better.
I didn't like Esri, so that her name could not have made an impact on me. I love Jadzia. That was my girl.
Yeah.
So she spots him and calls him out on not being a Trill. He reveals himself to be not a Trill, and she says, "Oh, you're Starfleet." And this is the part that I was confused about, because he says, "No, I'm not Starfleet. I'm something else." And he basically woos her with talk of having influence over the fate of this universe, and really kind of pandering to her need to be in control. And then delivers this Section 31 badge to her and says, "Welcome to Section 31." My question is, he said, "We're not Starfleet." Is Section 31 not a section of Starfleet? Because it's in...
Well, all right. Here's where people online are already delving into the semantics of exactly what he said. So for everyone not familiar with the Star Trek lore, there's been an ongoing... plot line that there is in the original Starfleet Charter, in Section 31 of the original Starfleet Charter,
Article 14, Section 31.
There was a group put together, basically super counterintelligence. It's the equivalent like the Tal Shiar for the Romulans, and the what's it for the Cardassians, the Black Order, something like that.
It allows for extraordinary measures to be taken in times of extreme threat. Wonderfully vague charter speak that allows a bunch of people to decide that we're always in extreme threat, so we will always be able to take extreme measures.
Yeah,
it's beautiful mirroring of what we hear of in our real world sometimes.
Yeah, they're essentially just James Bond, and they're allowed to do whatever it is that they want to do and need to do. And so they're the morally ambiguous part of the Star Trek universe, and they were a big talking point for people doing theories at the beginning of the season because it seemed to fit right in. It's like, oh, all this BS that Lorca's doing, he's obviously Section 31. Oh, they got black badges. Black badges are always bad. So they're obviously Section 31. But then they never hit upon the black badges again. So that's what threw things off. But many of the different shows had scenes with Section 31 on Enterprise. Oh, well, in chronological order of the show itself was Deep Space Nine, like when it was released, chronological order. Deep Space Nine had a big plot line with Bashir trying to get wooed by Section 31 to come on board. I'm almost certain that was after he was found out to be genetically manipulated, or maybe they knew and it hadn't broken open yet, and they were trying to use that as a thing. It even harkened back to the show Enterprise, because it turns out Reed had worked for Section 31 for a while, but he wasn't then, but got sucked back in, and drama.
Drama.
Yeah, and in the latest alternate, not the latest, but in the alternate universe movie Into Darkness, Section 31 played a prominent part.
Yes.
Oh, hold on, I got something for this. There you go. I'm scrolling through some of the images now. That's the guy from Enterprise that worked with Reed. That is Sloan, who was trying to get Bashir on board and get him to be part of the Section 31 team. That is the cool black badges that we saw initially. Although I think that one's one that, like the going to the planet badge that they were using. And that is the big bad guy from Into Darkness. Although most people would think it's Khan, but he was really just getting hosed over by everyone. Spoilers if you didn't know he was Khan. Sorry. But that's alternate universe, and we don't deal with that. We're in the Prime universe here, people. So, so that's what Section 31 is, and there's some people that love it, some people hate it. I enjoy it if they're going to be smart about it. I don't worry too much personally about the people that get upset and they say in Roddenberry's Star Trek universe, this thing shouldn't exist. This is a thing that was clamped on later on by people that want to make it bad. Have like a dirty, nasty version of Star Trek.
But there were plot lines in Next Generation, like the former admiral that Riker had been under when the Pegasus, that seems like something that would obviously have come out of Section 31.
Well, but it didn't, because it was still just him being a bad guy.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that there were morally ambiguous people in the Roddenberry.
That might go over a little bit more, so or just
there were morally ambiguous people in the Roddenberry universe that because we can't escape human fallacy and that's something that is still a theme even when he was in charge. I know that the goal was that the Federation would be something better, and I think that in general it does always return back to those themes of hope and doing better, but there's always going to be, I mean, you need conflict. You need something, and sometimes conflict comes from inside, internal conflict.
And that was one of the things that Roddenberry always wanted to avoid, was that kind of internal conflict, definitely on the ship. But a lot of people wanted that extended to the whole Federation as a whole. And it's like, no, that's too much to have everyone be happy. Although that's the kind of universe I would love to live in, because I hate conflict. The whole of season 2 of Discovery could have been just them just following Saru around the ship and just everything being pleasant because they're not at war. And just him just drinking tea, and I think putting salt in it. I still think that he put salt in that tea. The scene in episode 3 or 4, whenever it was that Burnham decided to stay behind, and he was sitting in the galley, and he sees the ship go to warp, but his stuff comes out. He was drinking. I'm almost certain he was drinking tea then. It looked to me like he was putting salt in his tea, and I'm like,
maybe it was broth.
I have a teacup.
I don't know.
That's true. It could be anything. I don't know. Anywho, All right, so I'm pretty sure we covered everything that we needed to. Personally, I'm just excited that there was more information out
fresh
there.
disco. I loved it.
Something to talk about.
Yep.
Although personally, I would have liked to not have to deal with the Emperor this season. Like I would have been happy if they had a whole different storyline, stuff going on, and then this come back out for a third season.
I would love that if that still happened. That they released this and we got all excited, and then the entire of the next season, like the Section 31 stuff, is just going to come out in these small spits and spurts, and then like season 3 will be. That would be. It'll come to fruition then. That would be cool.
I'm still holding out hope that Captain Killy from the Mirror Universe is still alive. That she was captured by the Klingons.
Oh man! And then like Killy and the Emperor get together, and
because the Emperor, she would get the intel from Section 31 that Killy's still alive, and she'd be like, "Well, we got to rescue the hell out of her.
She's awesome."
Yeah, she's awesome.
She'll help the heck out of this morally ambiguous stuff.
Yeah, they'll become the morally ambiguous duo. Anywho,
yes.
All right. Well,
it was fun being back and talking about disco again.
It was. Please, please, please. You got any questions about the thing? Put them in the comments below. I might add. I'm thinking about starting a Discord to try and get people to start talking about the show a little bit. That's a online platform where people can talk. I've never used it before, so I'm a little bit hesitant to try and start one. But we'll see. If you're already on Discord in other areas, let me know. And if that's something you'd be interested in, hit that up. Like I said before, I had a whole episode about how close the Klingons were to Earth. Maybe I'll make that pop up again, or at the end of the video, or the beginning. Oh, and also, if you, like us, need your Star Trek Discovery content during this off time, you can look below in the description and see links that we have set up to Amazon for the books, all the novels that are out. Especially the one coming out in June that I'm going to read the hell out of and definitely talk about, because I can't browbeat this one and actually doing a podcast or a vodcast about the books that she's supposed to have read.
Boo.
But I'll do the one in June about Saru, because Saru. Anywho, all right. Thank you all for joining in, and we will see you the next time they drop something random out of nowhere. I don't know. Maybe we need to look up the merchandise release stuff and see.
I know, maybe they'll always correspond with something. Yeah, we'll see.
What, in August they're releasing a Ferengi battle cruiser? I wonder what that could mean. Oh.
Awesome.
Anywho, all right, bye for
SciFiChristina
and Adam, Corporate Geek. Thanks a lot. Bye. I gotta click something here. I don't remember what. I'll try this.